Guys, how are you? Welcome to today's lesson. So, today we are going to page 84, okay, lesson 9. First, we'll read together page 85, the grammar point, the new grammar point. It's about prefixes, okay? Then we'll come back to the new content, okay? So, guys, a prefix, the word is just like Portuguese, okay? It's a part of a word that changes the meaning of a word. We put this part of the word in front of another word, okay? And it changes the meaning, okay? So, a prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word in order to change its meaning. Prefixes can create a new word with an opposite meaning. They can make a word negative or express relations of time, place, or manner. Okay? So, there are 32 types of prefixes in English, but there are some which are more common, such as this, and, re, on, over, and under. Okay? Some prefixes use a hyphen. There are no absolute rules for when to use a hyphen or when to write a prefixed word as one whole word. Examples: superhero with hyphen. Supermarket is all together. Okay? You will need to use a dictionary to tell you how to write each prefixed word and which prefix to use. Okay? Be careful because some of them we can mix with Portuguese. Okay? And most of the time they are different. Okay? So, let's go back to page 84. Okay? Now that we know the definition of a prefix and check the new content. So let's repeat. Over, under, to overpay, to underpay, to overbake, to underbake, to overwork, to underwork, content, discontent, incomplete, to oversleep, to undersleep, to unite, to reunite, to overbuy, to underbuy, accurate, inaccurate, usual, unusual, important, unimportant. Okay, guys. These two prefixes that we have here, over and under, over means in excess, okay? So, if we say that we overwork, it means that we are working in excess, more than needed, okay? And under means not enough. Okay? So the prefixes over, in excess, under, not enough. Is it clear, guys? Very good. So, let's see the verbs here. To overpay is when you pay for something that, for example, you didn't order. Or, one example in a restaurant, okay? If you eat lasagna and they charge you a lasagna and a dessert, and you pay for it, it means that you are overpaying. You are paying for more than you have eaten. Okay? To underpay is the exact opposite. Okay? When you don't pay for everything you should have paid. Okay? To overbake. Do you remember the verb to bake? The verb to bake is the verb we use when we put a bread or a cake in the oven. Okay, this is to bake. So to overbake is when you put the cake in the oven and it turns black or very hard. Okay? To underbake is when you haven't baked it enough. Okay? It's not good yet. To overwork is the first example I gave you. To overwork is to work in excess, to work too much. And to underwork is when you don't do enough of your work. Content means happy. And discontent means unhappy. See, as a prefix is the opposite. Happy, unhappy. Content, discontent. Okay? Incomplete is the opposite of complete. To oversleep, guys, means to sleep too much. We normally use to oversleep when we are late for something in the morning, especially in the morning. Okay? When, for example, you put an alarm to wake up. Okay? But you don't listen to the alarm or the alarm doesn't ring. So, and then you get late to work. So, in this case, you can use the verb to oversleep. Okay? Oh, I have overslept. Okay, that's why I'm late. To undersleep is when you don't sleep enough. Okay? You get tired in the morning. Okay? You don't have enough energy. So, this is to undersleep. To unite means to put together. Okay? To reunite is to put something together again. So the prefix re means again. Okay? For example, if you will write a text to me and it isn't good enough, I can ask you to rewrite it for me. So to write it again. To overbuy is when, for example, everybody says that we shouldn't go to the supermarket when we are hungry. Okay? Because when we are hungry, we normally overbuy if we go to the supermarket. Okay? And to underbuy is the exact opposite, is when you don't buy what you need. Okay? Accurate means something that is correct, exact. Okay? Accurate. Inaccurate means wrong, not exact. Usual is something that is common. Usual. Remember, we have been using the word usually, the adverb usually, for a long time. It means the same as generally. So usual is something that is common in our lives. Normal. Unusual is the exact opposite. Unusual is something weird, strange. Okay? Important, just like Portuguese. The opposite of important is unimportant. Okay? Okay, guys, so let's go to the let's repeat on the next page. Okay? The man was overworked and underpaid, so he decided to complain to his boss. Are you content with the result of the football match? They reunited 7 years after they finished secondary school, and the party was amazing. He returned to the shop when he overpaid for his shoes. Prefixes are added at the beginning of words in order to change their meanings. Was your answer accurate or inaccurate? Did you overbuy vegetables for dinner? The chef overbaked the wedding cake and the bride was discontent. Very good, guys. So let's practice. Remember to pause the video and read the answer before I do, okay? Will you reunite with your school friends when you are older? Yes, I will reunite with my school friends when I am older. If you overbought food for a birthday party, what would you do after? If I overbought food for my birthday party, I would throw another party maybe. Is it accurate to say that we use the present simple to talk about what we are doing at the moment? No, it's not accurate to say that we use the present simple to talk about what we are doing at the moment, but it is inaccurate. We use the present continuous to talk about what we are doing at the moment. Now, remember? If we haven't finished something yet, what can we say? If we haven't finished something yet, we can say that it is incomplete. How often do you oversleep? I rarely oversleep. Are there many discontent people in your country? Yes, there are many discontent people in my country. Should employers underpay their employees? No, employers shouldn't underpay their employees, but they should pay a good salary to their employees. Has Derek ever overslept to work? Yes, Derek has often overslept for work. Has Livia ever overbaked a cake? Yes, Livia has already overbaked a cake. If Mr. Webb used a cloak that made him invisible, would he disappear? Yes, if Mr. Webb used a cloak that made him invisible, he would disappear. Is this lesson complete yet? No, this lesson isn't complete yet, but it is incomplete. Have you tried to learn inaccurate facts about English grammar during your course? No, I haven't tried to learn inaccurate facts about English grammar during my course, but I have tried to learn accurate facts about English grammar. Where does Rachel return to every year? Rachel returns to her home country, England, every year. Good? Okay, guys, new content. A button. A buttonhole. A bow tie. A top hat. A ballroom. To lengthen. To broaden. A horizon. Oblivious. Obvious. Evident. A venue. A marquee. A dinner dance. Rock, pop, or dance music. To crash. A dinner suit. To shorten. Okay, guys. A button is this that we have on our shirts, okay? It's this round thing fixed to the shirt to make it close, okay? And a buttonhole is the hole that we put the button in. For example, here I have my button, here I have my buttonhole. I put the button in the buttonhole and it's closed, okay? A bow tie, guys, is a special type of tie. Remember tie? Tie is something that men put around their necks, okay, and normally comes up to their waist, okay? Something like this. But a bow tie looks like a butterfly, like a ribbon, okay? It's normally men use a bow tie at formal parties or formal dinners, at weddings. They normally wear a bow tie. A top hat is a hat. It's normally black, okay? But it's that tall hat, okay, that men also use in formal situations, okay? Or magicians, they use a top hat to do their tricks. They take bunnies out of the top hat, okay? A ballroom is a room specially designed for dancing, okay? For a party, okay? To lengthen, guys, this verb comes from the adjective long, okay? So to lengthen means to make something longer, okay? To broaden is to make something wider, okay? For example, one road may have only one way for one car only, okay? If the government decides to make it wider, so two cars can drive at the same time, okay, we can use this verb to broaden the avenue, okay? A horizon is the line that we see, for example, when we are at the beach, okay, we can see the horizon, okay? It's a line as far as we can see, okay? Oblivious is when you are not aware of something that's happening around you, okay? When you are not noticing something, okay? When you don't know something, you are oblivious to the subject. You know nothing about the subject, so you are oblivious, you are not aware. Obvious and evident are synonyms, and they are both very similar to Portuguese, okay? Obvious, evident, clear, understood, okay? A venue is a place, any place where an activity or an event can happen, okay? For example, a stadium is a venue. A place like Market Plaza in Capivari for events, that place is called a venue, okay? A marquee. Guys, a marquee has different meanings in England and in America, okay? In England, a marquee is a very big tent. Remember tent, camping, but a very big tent that we use for big events. For example, some people like to get married outside, but sometimes we don't know if it's going to rain or not. So they ask the organizers to build a marquee, a big tent, so the wedding can be under the marquee. In the United States, a marquee is a part of a construction. Okay, it's a lower roof that is normally at the entrance of theaters, cinemas, or a store too, okay? It's above the entrance to protect the customers, the clients, from the rain. Okay, rock music, pop music, dance music are different styles of music. We use the same words in Portuguese. Okay, to crash. Guys, to crash has several different meanings. Okay? We can use crash in many situations. Okay? So, we can, for example, a car crash is a car accident. Okay? When we hit something and it makes a big noise, we can also call it a crash. When we talk about business, okay, we say, oh, the store crashed. It means that it's bankrupt. It means that they can't pay their bills anymore, so they are not in the market anymore. Okay, so we can use crash or break for this, using this meaning. Okay, when we talk about the stock exchange or businesses in general. Okay. Okay, we can also go crash when a computer stops working. Okay, so oh, my computer crashed. It stopped working. And we can use crash also when we go somewhere uninvited. For example, if you go to a wedding and you weren't invited to the wedding, you are crashing the party. Okay? So these are the most common, meanings of the word crash or the verb to crash. A dinner suit is a suit, a formal suit for formal parties or dinners or situations. And to shorten means to make something shorter. Okay? So we have 3 different idioms here, guys. To have 2 left feet. We use the same expression in Portuguese. Okay, to move in a very awkward way when dancing. So when people don't know how to dance, we say that that person has 2 left feet. It takes 2 to tango. This means that one activity which needs 2 people who are willing, okay, who want to take part in that situation for it to happen. Okay? It takes 2 to tango. For example, if a couple is fighting, and oh, it's your fault, no, it's your fault, it's your fault, we say, it takes 2 to tango. If you didn't want to fight, why are you fighting? We need 2 to have a fight. To walk on air, guys, we have a similar expression in Portuguese, means to feel very excited, very happy, okay? So, I think this is it. Let's repeat, guys. His top button on his shirt is open and he's not wearing a bow tie. Many people used to wear a top hat and a dinner suit when they went to a formal dinner dance. She was oblivious to the fact that the car was crashing into the marquee. I have never danced to rock music at a dinner dance in a ballroom before. It is obvious to some people that learning a new language broadens your horizons. We need to lengthen the venue. I think we should have a marquee. Very nice, people. Let's practice. Remember to pause the video, okay? What was she laughing about at the dinner dance? She was laughing about Peter and his 2 left feet. Do you think it is important to try to broaden your horizons? Yes, I think it's important to try to broaden your horizons. What is a common problem for tall people? A common problem for tall people is that they need to lengthen their clothes. Have you ever worn a dinner suit and bow tie to a party or dinner dance before? No, I have never worn a dinner suit and bow tie to a party or dinner dance. Does a hairdresser normally lengthen our hair? No, a hairdresser doesn't normally lengthen our hair, but a hairdresser normally shortens our hair. Is there a marquee in your house's garden? No, there isn't a marquee in my house's garden. Would you like to wake up in the morning and see the sun rising in the horizon? Yes, I would like to wake up in the morning and see the sun rising in the horizon. Are some people oblivious to their talents? Yes, some people are oblivious to their talents. Have you ever been to a rock, pop, or dance music festival? Yes, I have been to a rock music festival. The royal families sometimes wear top hats to formal weddings. Yes, royal families sometimes wear top hats to formal weddings. What would you do if your hairdresser shortened your hair more than you wanted? If a hairdresser shortened my hair more than I wanted, I would do nothing. Hair grows back. What is a common idiom used when two people are the reason for a problem and not just one? A common idiom used when two people are the reason for a problem, not just one, is "it takes two to tango." What can you say when you feel very happy about something? When I feel very happy about something, I can say that I am walking on air. What do we put through a buttonhole? We put a button through a buttonhole. Who is a famous character in fiction that uses a bow tie and a dinner suit? A famous character in fiction that uses a bow tie and a dinner suit is James Bond. Is it evident to you that you have to study a lot to learn English? Yes, it is evident to me that I need to study a lot to learn English. What would Mr. Webb like to do? Mr. Webb would like to go to a dinner dance, but on the other hand, he would like to make Mrs. Webb happy and go to the rock festival. Do some people drive their car oblivious to other drivers in your city? Yes, some people drive their car oblivious to other drivers in my city. How do most people feel when they fall in love? Most people feel like they are walking on air when they fall in love. What is an obvious way to learn how to speak English well? An obvious way to learn how to speak English well is to often repeat the words. Can you see the horizon from your window? No, I can't see the horizon from my window. Where have many kings and queens danced in history? Many kings and queens have danced in ballrooms in history. Do you know how to lengthen your trousers? No, I don't know how to lengthen my trousers. What's a synonym for obvious? A synonym for obvious is evident. Very good, guys. So please study. Okay, we will have a live this week, and I would like to make revision of these contents. Okay, these new contents. So we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Study, don't forget.